You have already made the firm decision to move forward in your life because deep down you know you cannot allow yourself to remain stuck in sadness or in any situation filled with uncertainty. You have reached a place of self-awareness where you recognize that life is too precious to be wasted on moments or people who are unsure about you. What you truly desire is clarity, stability, and love that carries certainty. You want to share your life with someone who knows what they feel for you, someone who is confident in their emotions and who can stand firmly by your side without hesitation. This choice to move forward is not one made out of impulsiveness, but out of wisdom and experience. You have endured moments of struggle, confusion, and pain, and those experiences have taught you that uncertainty is not a space where you can grow or thrive. Instead, you are seeking something that nurtures your heart and aligns with your soul's values. Your person is fully aware of this about you. They can sense from your thoughts, actions, and energy that you are not the type of individual who engages in meaningless flings or temporary connections. Superficial pleasures or short-term enjoyment hold no value for you. Instead, you are someone who values depth, sincerity, and true commitment. Your moral values are set high, and you hold yourself and others to standards that honor respect, honesty, and loyalty. You are not afraid of love, but you are unwilling to settle for less than what you deserve. This awareness makes you different in a world where so many people choose convenience over commitment. Your person deeply admires this about you. They see your authenticity as something rare and precious. In today's world, where genuine values can sometimes feel overlooked or forgotten, you stand out as someone whose integrity cannot be questioned. Your principles, your belief in love, and your unwavering sense of self make you truly unique. To your person, you are not just a fleeting presence in their life, you are someone who carries the qualities of a true life partner. They view you as complete marriage material, someone with whom they could build a solid and fulfilling future. The way you carry yourself, with honesty and dignity, makes them realize that finding a person like you is not an easy task. They also know, however, that loving you requires courage. If they truly want you, they must be mentally prepared to embrace this connection fully and without fear. Half-hearted efforts or uncertainty have no place here. To have a relationship with you, they must be willing to take this bond to the next level, openly and fearlessly, even in front of the world. Your journey has not been an easy one. You have faced painful days and struggles that have shaped you into who you are today. These experiences have made you strong and clear about what you want, but they have also made you unwilling to tolerate anything that could drag you back into cycles of confusion or heartbreak. This is why you refuse to involve yourself in any kind of third-party situation or in relationships where divided loyalty exists. You know the weight of such pain, and you are determined never to place yourself in circumstances that would compromise your self-worth. You stand firm in your truth. You will not accept anything less than what you truly deserve. For you, love is not a game, nor is it something to be taken lightly. It is a sacred bond, and when you choose to give your heart, it is with the intention of sharing a lifetime. This clarity makes you powerful, and your person recognizes this strength within you. What makes you even more attractive is the confidence with which you are moving forward in your life. You are not afraid to walk away from what does not serve you. You do not chase after people's validation or approval, nor do you waste energy worrying about what others think. Instead, you remain focused on your path, with a sense of dignity and grace that commands respect without you even asking for it. This quiet strength, this determination to keep growing and moving forward no matter what, makes you magnetic in the eyes of others. Your energy at this moment is radiant and irresistible. It carries a glow that comes from self-assurance and inner peace. People are naturally drawn to you, not just because of your outer beauty, but because of the unshakable presence you carry within. Your person feels this pull deeply. They know that to be in your life is both a blessing and a responsibility. They see that loving you requires commitment, maturity, and the willingness to grow alongside you. You are no longer in a place where you can be swayed by temporary emotions or shallow connections. Instead, you are focused on building something lasting, something real. In this chapter of your life, you stand strong, magnetic, and unshaken. You know who you are, and you know what you deserve. Your person sees all of this, and it both inspires them and challenges them to rise to your level. Because at the end of the day, you will not settle for less, and that, in itself, makes your presence one of the most powerful forces they have ever encountered. There is something so rare, so unique, and so endlessly fascinating about you that words almost feel inadequate to capture it. From the very first moment I became aware of your presence, I felt something stir deep within me, something that I couldn't quite name but couldn't ignore either. You carry within you an extraordinary intuition, a quiet yet powerful sensibility that sets you apart. It's as if you can move through the world with an awareness that others lack, a sensitivity that allows you to see beyond the surface of things and into the deeper currents of life. This quality in you captivates me, it pulls me in and holds me there, caught between admiration and longing. So often I find myself lying awake at night, unable to close my eyes, because my mind refuses to rest. I think of you endlessly. I replay the moments we have shared, the words you've spoken, the expressions that cross your face, and even the silences that say more than any language could. In those quiet hours, I scroll through your pictures, watch the fragments of your life you share with the world, and lose myself in the glow of your presence, even if it is only through a screen. And though it may sound restless or even obsessive, there is a comfort in it too, a sense of being closer to you, of drawing near to the essence of who you are, even when you are far away. For so long, I resisted these feelings. I told myself I could run from them, that I could distract myself, bury them beneath the weight of routine and the noise of everyday life. But the truth is, I couldn't. When I stopped running and finally allowed myself to stand still in the gravity of what I feel for you, I was overwhelmed by the relief. It was as though my heart had been waiting for me to surrender, to let down its guard, and to connect with the emotions I had been hiding from. That moment of surrender was powerful, it felt like breathing freely for the first time in far too long. You have a way of grounding me, of making me feel loved in a manner that is both quiet and profound. What astonishes me is that you do this without me ever fully opening up to you about everything I carry inside. I have my secrets, my unspoken pains, my hidden scars, and yet in your presence, I feel vulnerable. It is not a vulnerability that weakens me, but rather one that makes me aware of my humanity, of the depths of what I truly feel. Around you, my walls come down in ways I never thought possible. It is uncanny, the way you can sense things about me without my saying a word. Sometimes I think you can read my mind, that you pick up on the thoughts and emotions I don't dare put into language. This gift of yours amazes me, but I cannot deny that it frightens me as well. To be seen so completely, without disguise, is both exhilarating and terrifying. Yet I would not change it, because in that deep recognition, I feel more alive than I have in a long time. I know it frustrates you when I distance myself, when I run away only to circle back again. I know it tests your patience, and I hate that I put you through it. But you must understand that my running is not born out of a lack of love, it is, in fact, the opposite. The intensity of my feelings sometimes overwhelms me, and my instinct is to retreat, to protect myself from being consumed. And yet, no matter how far I try to go, I cannot stand being away from you. The absence cuts into me. It hurts in ways that words fall short of describing. Always, inevitably, I find my way back, drawn to you with a force I cannot resist. When I am with you, all of that fear and heaviness seems to dissolve. Your presence lightens me, lifts the weight from my shoulders, and allows me to feel joy in its purest form. There is a freedom in being near you, a light-heartedness that makes me want to laugh more easily, to breathe more deeply, to live more fully. It is as if you awaken a side of me that had been asleep, hidden beneath years of caution and guardedness. With you, I remember what it feels like to simply be, without pretense or hesitation. Perhaps the most beautiful thing about you, the thing that captures me more than anything else, is your way of seeing the world. You notice beauty where others pass by without a second glance. You choose positivity even when life presents difficulties. You find hope in places where others might only see despair. This way of seeing, of living, is a gift you carry, and it is one that inspires me. Through your eyes, I am reminded that life is not just about survival, but about wonder, about connection, about discovering light even in the darkest of spaces. And so, here I am, caught in this deep and undeniable current of emotion for you. I may falter, I may run, I may wrestle with my fears, but at the core of it all is this truth: I cannot escape what you mean to me. You have changed the way I feel, the way I think, the way I live. You have touched the deepest parts of me, the ones I thought no one could ever reach. For that, for everything you are and everything you awaken in me, I am endlessly grateful. Your partner is finally facing the consequences of the choices they once made so carelessly. At the time, they convinced themselves that walking away was the right path, especially when things between you both grew intense, complicated, and heavy with emotions. Instead of choosing to stay, to communicate, and to fight for the bond you both shared, they allowed fear, pride, and confusion to cloud their judgment. In those critical moments when love required patience, understanding, and courage, they chose to run. They believed that leaving was a form of relief, an escape from the intensity of emotions they could not handle. But what they did not realize then, and what has become painfully clear to them now, is that their decision cost them the most valuable relationship of their life. They thought they were protecting themselves by walking away, but in reality, they abandoned something rare and irreplaceable. By putting distance between you, they opened the door for regret to walk in. And in leaving you in the middle of everything, in turning their back when you most needed clarity and honesty, they came to discover how irreplaceable the love they left behind truly was. They may have chosen something or even someone else, but the emptiness that decision left in their heart revealed the truth. They did not walk away because they no longer cared, but because their ego and pride convinced them that detachment was strength. Now, as they look back, they see clearly that pride is not strength. It is a weakness that destroyed the one thing that ever made them feel whole. Shame weighs heavily on them. They are burdened by the realization that they kept you in the dark, that they lied not only to you but also to themselves about what they were truly feeling. They pretended indifference when in reality they were deeply affected, deeply connected, and deeply in love. They chose silence instead of vulnerability, half-truths instead of honesty, and escape instead of confrontation. And now, those choices echo in their mind like haunting reminders of the love they betrayed. Every lie they told, every moment they left you questioning where you stood, every word they failed to say, these are the very things that torment them now. They know they deceived you, and they are painfully aware that deception leaves wounds far deeper than absence. They also recognize something they can never deny: no one else has ever treated you the way they did, and not in the best sense. No one has ever caused you so much anger, frustration, and heartbreak as they did through their actions. They pushed you into a storm of emotions, leaving you to wrestle with pain that you did not deserve. The guilt of that truth gnaws at them. They know that they disrespected you, undervalued you, and allowed pride to blind them to the treasure you were. And it is that very guilt, the awareness of how deeply they hurt you, that keeps them restless. They cannot escape it, no matter how hard they try. Now, life itself has become a mirror, reflecting back at them the consequences of their mistakes. Everything they once thought was solid is beginning to crumble. Their choices, which once seemed justified, are now the very reasons their world feels unstable. The illusions they chased are fading, and the harsh reality of loss is setting in. They can see clearly how the decisions of the past are shaping the hardships of the present. They thought they were strong enough to walk away, but in truth, walking away only weakened them. And now, when they look at the chaos surrounding their life, they understand that much of it stems from the moment they let you go. Deep down, they yearn for you. They long for your presence, your voice, your warmth, the very things they once took for granted. They dream of a second chance, a chance to hold on this time instead of letting go. They know that words may no longer be enough, and that apologies cannot erase the pain they caused, but still, their heart aches for the opportunity to try again. They want to show you that they have grown, that the mistakes of the past have carved wisdom into their soul, and that losing you was the greatest lesson they will ever learn. Though guilt surrounds them, hope still flickers in their heart. Hope that you might see the sincerity of their regret. Hope that you might recognize the effort they wish to make to heal what was broken. Hope that even after all the damage, love might still find a way to bridge the distance between you. They are no longer blinded by ego or pride, instead, they are humbled, brought down by the weight of their own actions. All they want now is the chance to rebuild, to step into your life not as the same person who hurt you, but as someone transformed by pain, loss, and realization. Your partner has finally come to understand that love is not about walking away when things get difficult, nor is it about letting pride dictate the terms of the heart. Love is about staying, about being truthful, about showing up even when it is hard. And though they learned this truth too late, they carry it now as their guiding force. They know they cannot undo the past, but they also know they cannot bear a future without you in it. As their world crumbles from the weight of bad choices, one truth remains steady in their heart: they truly, desperately, and wholeheartedly want you back in their life.